on track to see that we really mobilize for the party. We want to make sure that Soroti is now a new district. We want to make sure that President Museveni gets a block vote in Soroti. In most cases, Soroti has been a district that has been dominated by opposition. People come and blindfold our people down here. They end up voting the opposition president that doesn't even win, making the president to really feel bad with the people of Soroti. So this time we are saying as the NRM candidates that no, we want to mobilize for President Museveni, and we really want to see to it that President Museveni gets 95% of the votes in Soroti district. So I also want to really encourage the voters of Soroti district that please, Soroti is a mother district, and all the districts within Teso have decided to support NRM. They are really benefiting. You find in other those small districts, Kalandi, Serera, Muria, Kumingora, they have ministers. They also have RDCs. But for us in Soroti, we don't have any minister. Neither do we have the RDCs. So we really need to vote wisely so that we get these opportunities from government. The other thing that I also want to pass across is on issues of the problems that are facing our voters. The people of Soroti are really being attacked by a lot of challenges. The main one of it is poverty. Soroti people, when you get onto the ranking, we are almost the poorest. So I want really to encourage other candidates that let's look at things that will empower our people, that will end this poverty. We should not go for these smaller things. For me as Amigo, I'm saying I'm going to start a project, majorly with women. I want to empower my women. I want to get them the hens, okay? I want to get them the layers so that they begin doing their what? Their poultry businesses. They get those things and sell. Sometimes for me, when I go to the field, I tell my women that my women, we are producing, but we want to make sure we produce and take care of our children. For me, I'm coming up with a project for pregnant women, and also that those women that are not pregnant but they need to be supported. When I buy you a hen, say for instance your womb is at 6 months, I buy you a hen. By the time you're delivering, that hen would have gotten chicks. You will pick a chick that has already grown. Sometimes it will be in cocoa. You sell the cock, sell it, and get money. That helps you to treat this child. Because when you produce, these children need treatment. They need clothing. They also need other things. So for me, I say I need to empower them. By the time your child goes to 5 years, that child will want to go to school. And now this hen that I gave you, it would have gone to a stage of goats. You pick one goat, sell that goat, take your child to school. We want to empower these people. I always believe that let's teach somebody how to fish than giving people the fish. The youth are suffering. They are calling our boys or walk. That name puzzles me a lot. For me, I'm saying I need to struggle and see how to end the name of walk in Soroti district. My plan is I want these boys, the ones that can make bricks, I put them in a team. I'll buy my water bouncer, and my water bouncer will not be for burials only. I'll want to utilize that car. If you dig out your clay, I bring the water bouncer, they water your clay, you mold your bricks, burn them, sell, get money in the pocket. It is now a dry season. If we encourage this youth, the ones that can go for agriculture, they plant the onions, the watermelon, the cabbages. I bring the car to water them. After watering that, they will harvest the crops and get the money so that they have money in their pocket. Because these children go pushing for people's money because they don't have money in their pocket. And it is a role of a leader to see how to empower these boys. Those other chapati makers, if me as a leader, I have to sacrifice. Get some cartons of wheat flour, give to them. They make that chapati and they need to get the style of making money for themselves. So that is my target. I want to see that I empower the youth and this youth will enjoy the leadership. Because in most cases, the youth are being used as the stepping stones. They are the ones who are struggling, blowing vuvuzelas. But always after elections, they're thrown there and they remain suffering. For me as Amigo, I'm saying no, enough is enough. We want to see that there is a good change in Soroti district this time. And on issues of health, we have a big challenge. When you get to the hospital, some people sleep out. When you get to the hospital, they tell you go for X-ray, go for scanning, go for CBC. All these people have to go out to the clinics. And these poor people of Soroti, my poor people, for us who are poor, we cannot raise the 30,000 for X-ray. We cannot raise the 30,000 for a scan. So it makes our people to come back and wait for death at home. Not because they want to die. Our people are dying so early, not because it's time for them to die, but it's what? The poverty. So for me, I want to say the work of Member of Parliament is to monitor government programs. In the hospital, we have machines that the government has put in place. We have a scanning machine, we have the CT scan machine, we have X-ray machines. But sometimes you find that the machine gets spoiled. When you share with administrators, maybe repairing the machine only needs 500,000. And you find that people are being sent to Mbale for CT scan. Now, if the leader was there, we need to have leaders that have a heart for their people. They could sacrifice some 500,000. It is not their role, but sometimes we need to sacrifice. Offer the support and let the machines be repaired so that these machines offer services to our people. The other thing is sometimes people buy tents and bring them for burials. But you find our people when they're alive, they're sleeping outside. Why couldn't leaders say we first take some tents in the hospital to shelter our people, to shelter our patients and attendants who are sleeping under the rain? They remain out suffering. For me, I want to say, I really want to make people of Soroti understand that I have come to serve them. Because I have really felt the pain they're going through. I want to make sure Soroti enjoys the leadership. On issues of education, education has a lot of issues. You find our children in Soroti, when it comes to final examination, Soroti is almost the last again. The challenge is these children don't have practice papers. For me as Amigo, I say when I win, I need to get a machine. I will be generating practice papers on monthly basis. Distribute them to schools. Give teachers some facilitation to mark these papers so that these children get used to answering the questions. When it comes to end of the exam, they also write some sense so that we uplift the standard of our schools. The other thing is on issues of the fees. In Soroti, most children that come from poor families are very bright. So you find they have free education in primary, they also go for USE, then finally they remain home because the parent cannot afford fees. For me as Amigo, I'm saying I'm going to start up a scholarship chain. I want to pick, I cannot educate all the children in Soroti, but I'm going to pick a few bright and needy children from at least each sub-county. If I pick one, and I will sponsor using my own salaries. I'll pay fees for those children. And we make an agreement that I'm Peter from Gweri. When I get a job, I'll come back to people of Gweri. They give Peter also one child. That will be what? Educating using his money. At this level of me, I am not yet in parliament. But at least I have a heart. I am struggling with the 63 orphans. So I really request the people of Soroti to offer me this opportunity. Honorable Anita Among is educating our people, our children in Bukedia. Honorable Adowa is also educating her children in Serere. Totoa VP Alupo is also struggling to educate her children in Katakwi. But in Soroti, I really request the people of Soroti that give me a fair trial. I don't want to say other leaders are bad, but that is how they can cook. I request Soroti people to taste my food. On issues of roads, our roads are the worst. I want to give an example of Soroti City. Yeah? Soroti City is a city, but the roads are too poor. When you compare the roads of Soroti City to the roads of Kumi roads are very okay, but Soroti is a city with very poor roads. When you get to the district, they are more worse. So I really want to pray that people of Soroti give me a trial. Send me to parliament. I want to see how to voice out issues that are really pinching us down here and they are not heard in parliament. So So I kindly request the Soroti people that from the time in memorial, the NRM woman has never gotten into that position for Soroti district. We started by giving Toto Angelina, Toto Alaso. Toto Alaso was in parliament for 15 years under FDC ticket. We gave to Toto Angeline. Toto Angeline was in parliament for 10 years under FDC. We have decided to give our sister Adeke. Honorable Adeke is also ruling us for 10 years under FDC party. So I kindly request that Soroti, please send Amigo the NRM woman so that I get into the kitchen. I also scoop the food you first eat. Soroti, you're tired of sleeping hungry. Give me a trial and you'll never regret.